how do you see the conflict with Islamic jihadism ending? Do you see any historical analogies or?
Yes, all jihads have always failed. Either they've been defeated or they've collapsed inwardly because of the impossibility of what they demand. Currently, the great demand of the jihadists, the one thing on which they all agree, Al-Qaeda or not, is on the restoration of the caliphate, the old Muslim empire. Incidentally, those who think these people are anti-imperialists are wrong precisely to that extent. They not only want an empire, they want an old one back, which is even more reactionary than wanting a new one. Well, what happened to the last one? Why does bin Laden say everything went wrong in 1918? Because it did. Because the Turkish Empire allied itself with German militarism, declared it a holy obligation of all Muslims to take Germany's side in the First World War. Big mistake. Hoped they would get the Muslims of India to rise against the British Empire. They didn't. Ended up not just losing the war, but losing their caliphate. They haven't got over that. So it's reassuring to know that what they demand is impossible. They couldn't get it, even if we wanted them to have it, even if we thought maybe that would shut them up. They still can't have it. If they had it, they couldn't run it. You can't run anything like a modern society out of one book and its barbaric precepts. You can't run a modern society, or even a pre-modern one, really, if you deny yourself the talents of half your population, the female half, and so forth. And there's no real religion, furthermore, can't define a nationality. I mean, the only real attempt in the 20th century to create a state based on Islam was Pakistan. It was a failed state in every possible definition of that word, and slaughtered half its own people in Bangladesh. People forget this. Fell apart, is falling apart now, because there's nothing that gives enough commonality between a Baluchi, a Punjabi, a Kashmiri, and so on. The fact that they think the same religion. No. Anyway, which version of Islam is it going to be? I can think of 5, none of which would work, all of which hate each other. So no, their defeat is inevitable. This is going to be very painful and boring, so I have to do it. And it will involve us saying just one thing that they say, only one. We understand this bit about being offended and having unalterable convictions. We can be offended too, and we also have principles that we would never change.
Right.
I'd like to hear a bit more of that.